Mishna said Masechet Makkot Perek Bet Mishnah Zayin. Over here, we're going to discuss a killer who's never allowed to leave. So Nigmar Dino Belo Kohen Gadol. If a person had his final verdict and there was no Kohen Gadol in place, Vehaorei Kohen Gadol. If a person murdered a Kohen Gadol by mistake, Kohen Gadol Sheharag, or Kohen Gadol himself that killed, Eno Yotze Misham Leolam. He can never leave the city of refuge because there is no Kohen Gadol at the time of his verdict alive that he's waiting for to pass away to let him go free. So that's it. He's stuck there forever. He doesn't go out even for a mitzvah to testify over a mitzvah, right? Kiddush HaChodesh. They need him to testify over a monetary case. Or even to put someone to death. He doesn't leave. Even if everyone needs him, right? Sarziva, the Ramatkal, right? The head, the chief of staff, doesn't matter. He can't leave there. Shneimar Shama, Sham tehe dirato, Sham tehe mitato, Sham tehe kiburato. Right? The Shama, that's where he lives, that's where he dies, that's where he's going to be buried. Kashem sha'ir koletet, kach tehuma kolet. Right? The same way now the city protects, right? Accepts him, right? Once he reaches the city, so he's protected. So too the home, right? The boundary, right? 2,000 amma outside of the city is also kolet. Let's say this murderer leaves. He leaves the tchum, and the goel adam, right? The relative of the person who was killed finds him and has the opportunity to kill him. So Rabbi Yosef Aglidi Omer mitzvah biad goel adam. Urshut biad kol adam. That's it. This person left the boundary of the city. It's a mitzvah for the goel adam to kill him, and it's an option for any other person. Rabbi Akiva omer reshut biad goel adam. For the goel adam, it's allowed. It's a reshut. V'chol adam en hayavim alav, and everyone else you're not hayav for, right? If you go ahead and kill. Halacha is like Rabbi Akiva that once he leaves the Ir Miklat b'mezid, if he left purposefully, right? That's the case. But if he left b'shogeg, if he left by mistake, hahoreg oto yehareg, right? If someone kills him, right, he's responsible. He's responsible, and he gets put to death. I just point out that what Hanbam says over here is talking about any other person, right? The goel hadam still has a reshut, right, to kill him. That's how Hanbam is mefarish in the Chibur, and in the halacha, once he reaches the Miklat and he leaves, if he left on purpose, right? The goel adam is allowed to kill him. But if he leaves the tchum, ben goel adam u ben she'ar adam gole al yado. Right? If anyone kills him, right, they need to go, right, whether it's the goel adam or anyone, right? So Rambam actually saying no, anyone that kills him, even the goel adam would have to, if he did by mistake, he would have to go to galut himself. Okay, the Mishnah continues. Ilan shu omed betoch hatechum v'nofo note lechutz hatchum. Right, so if a person there's a tree that's within the boundaries of the city, right, within the tchum, within the 2,000 amount of the city, right, but its leaves, its branches are hanging outside, or omed chutz hatchum, right, the tree is outside, right, the body of the tree, the trunk of the tree, v'nofo note letoch hatchum, right, its branches are leaning into the boundary. So now only the branches are inside, but the actual trunk of the tree is outside. Everything goes according to the branches, right? So that sounds like only according to the branches. The Talmud is metaken, right? It fixes this language, and it says muvano faharanov. Even following the branches, meaning if the trunk was in the tchum and the branches were outside the tchum. Right? If the person is under the branches, right? Under the leaves of the branches, he's protected, right? Because the trunk is inside, right? And similarly, if the trunk was outside and the branches were inside, then the trunk would protect him, right? So either way, he would be protected. That's what Rambam explains over here. Even a haranof, harag beoto ha'ir, if he kills within that city. In his city, so what does he do? Golem mishechuna lishchuna. right? He needs to go from one neighborhood to the next, right? So he actually needs to leave. If you're living within the Miklat, he still needs to go to a different neighborhood. Ben Levi, let's say Ben Levi is living in one of the 42 cities. Golemi Er Le'ir. He needs to go from one city to another city. So live in one of the 42, go to a different one of the 42 cities, right? And that's how this Mishnah is.